Hi, Math 1E. This is Mrs. Griffith. I am so sorry I'm not there on your first day of my class, but I can't wait to join you hopefully on Thursday and meet all of you. I love my freshmen, so I'm super excited for this opportunity. I'm just going to quickly go over some problems in 6.1.1. I will do all the classwork on this lecture, and then I will tell you what problems you should work on during the rest of the class and for homework. Okay, 6.1. Georgia joined the big race. Her race can be modeled with the following equation. Y equals 3x plus 4. Okay, how much of a head start did Georgia get? Well, this would be her starting point, or the y-intercept. So we know the head start would be 4, and we are in meters. What is Georgia's rate of speed? Well, this would be the slope. The slope is always attached to the x variable. And we can always put this slope over 1. So I'm going to do 3 over 1, okay? And we know that's going to be meters per second, okay? So the rate is the slope, and the y-intercept is the head start. Sometimes you will see an equation that is not written like we like it to be. And this is an equation of a line, but it's not in your y equals mx plus b form. But not to worry, we can use algebra. I'm just going to skip down to part C. We're going to use algebra to put this equation into your y equals mx plus b form, so that it's easy for you to see the slope and the y-intercept. So let me rewrite this equation. Let's get rid of this negative 6x on the left-hand side so that we can solve for y. So because it's a negative 6x, I'm going to add 6x to both sides of my equation. So now I have 2y equals, I'm going to go ahead and put that 6x before my positive 10 to get it into the proper form. We are almost finished, but y is not by itself. It's being multiplied by 2. So let's go ahead and divide every single thing you see by 2. So we get y equals 6x divided by 2 is 3x, plus 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now you can easily see your y-intercept, okay, and your slope. Your slope, again, is always going to be attached to this x value. So we have put an equation that you see that was in standard form into your y equals mx plus b form. Okay, so all you need to do in this problem is you're going to solve and put the equation into y equals mx plus b form. I'm going to go ahead and maybe pick 2 of these to do. So I'll do A and E, and then during class time, I'm going to have you work on the other ones, and I can create an answer key for you so that you know if you did these correctly or not. So what I've circled in pink, these are going to be classwork / homework problems. Let's go ahead and do problem A. Well, we want y by itself. So let's go ahead and subtract 2x from both sides of the equation. Well, we get y equals, well, there's already an x over on the other side of the equation. In fact, it's a 3x. So I'm going to do 3x minus 2x to get 1x minus 7. So therefore, you can see your y-intercept is negative 7. And negative 7, excuse me. And what is your slope? Your slope is 1. You do not have to put 1 in front of the x. So you could rewrite this equation, y equals x minus 7. But again, we would know that that slope is 1. Now let's go ahead and do problem E. I'm first going to distribute this negative 3 to the x and the 1. So I have 5 minus 3x minus 3 equals 2y minus 3x plus 2. On the left-hand side of the equation, I see we have a 5 minus 3. Those are like terms on the same side of the equation. So let me combine those. So I have 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 minus 3x equals 2y minus 3x plus 2. Let's move my 2y to the left-hand side of the equation because we want it in y equals mx plus b form. There are different ways to do this. If you are really good at your algebra and you do this a different way, that is totally good. I'm going to subtract 2y on both sides. So now I'm left with negative 2y plus 2 minus 3x equals negative 3x plus 2. Let's go ahead and add my 3x to both sides of the equation because again I want to get y by itself. Those cancel out. Oh, these also cancel out. So I'm left with negative 2y plus 2 equals 2. Y is still not by itself. Let's subtract 2, subtract 2. So we have negative 2y equals 0. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. Y equals 0. Well, what does that line even look like? Y equals 0 is actually going to be a horizontal line on the x-axis. So it's actually another way to say the x-axis. All right, 6-4. It says, how many solutions does this equation have? Well, it's set equal to 0. You can just solve it. I might first add 5 on both sides. So we get 5 equals 3x. Divide by 3, divide by 3. X equals 5 over 3. There is one solution. But what if instead of setting 3x minus 5 equal to 0, we set it equal to y? Well, this is an equation of a line. We know that the y-intercept is negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where we start. And then we know our slope is 3. We can say 3 over 1. So we can go up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. Draw a line here. This goes on forever. We have infinite amount of solutions, okay? Because this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, everything on the line is a solution. So we have an infinite amount of solutions. Another way to write infinity is kind of this sideways figure 8.